Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sky.Onjahnae. If you're new here, I make faith, femininity, and self-development videos. And if that's something you're interested in, then stick around, homegirl. Okay, listen. Come here. We need to talk because your expectations are too low. When I say expectations in a relationship, I mean, how do you expect to be treated? What is the standard? What is the bare minimum of how you're going to be treated? I don't want to tell you what your expectations should be, but these are the certain things that you should just automatically expect from a man, and that is for him to be a gentleman, for him to be God-fearing, or for him to be a provider. So let's break these down into what I mean and actually how to set these expectations and make sure that you're being treated as such because you deserve it. So when it comes to being a gentleman, me personally, I don't like to touch doors. Okay, let me not say I don't like to touch doors, but if I'm with my man, I'm not touching a door. My man opens my car door, opens the door for me, all of those things. And the way you would, if that is something that you expect out of your relationship, don't touch the door. Don't go reaching for it. First of all, you need to open your mouth, one, and say, hey, these are the things I accept, and these are the ways I'm going to be treated in my relationship. Well, these are the ways I want to be treated in my relationship, which is what I did off bat. I told him straight up, listen, I have two fathers, okay? So don't ever think that you can just treat me any kind of way because I already know and have seen what a woman should be treated. And like I said, I'm not accepting anything less. So therefore, luckily he is already a gentleman. His mother raised him so well. Thank you if you're watching this video. So he does that. He opens my car door. He opens the door. Sometimes, like, if I'm in a rush, I will reach for it, but he'll run behind me and literally smack my hand like, don't touch the door. I like that energy. Like I said, if that's something you expect in your relationship, don't go reaching for the door handle, especially if you've already explained to him that you want your car door open, you want the door open. If you move a little faster than him, which honestly, don't do that. You should always be walking side by side, and that's something I have to personally work on. So sometimes he walks too fast for me, okay? But when you get to the door, stand there and wait for him to open the door. Don't go reach for the door. Even if he walks around to the other side, just, give him a little nudge. Hey, I'm still standing here. Okay, make him open the door because you've already told him this is what you expect. And if he is a gentleman, he's not going to have a problem with that. It's only when he, is giving you pushback, like, why do I need to open the door? You don't, and it may sound like you're being harsh. You don't need to deal with that because if he can't do the bare minimum of just opening your door, how is he going to treat you further on down the line? We're not accepting the less. That's the bare minimum for you. Also, I like to feel secure. All women should feel secure in their relationship. So if he is cheating on you, that is a no-go. Stop accepting men who cheat. Stop accepting men who are mentally and physically abusive. I know that's easier said than done because you don't know this person is a cheater before, you're in that situation. But when that happens, you need to walk away. That is where your self-esteem and your self-worth, that's how you really can tell if there's an insecurity there, because if you're allowing someone to do those things for you that you've already said that you are not accepting, then there's something in you that doesn't feel like you deserve better. Now, I'm not saying no, hate them and never forgive them. No, forgive them, move on. That's what I mentioned in my Avoid Toxic Men video, that you need to set your expectations and your boundaries up front. Have that conversation about what you expect out of this person. Like I said, I expect a gentleman because I am a lady and I'm only going to be treated as such. So yes, open my car door. Yes, walk on the outside of the sidewalk so I'm on the inside. And even like little sweet things. Like, I have never required this of Devontae, but if we're eating and something wastes or it's a crumb or something on my mouth, he will wipe it off. Little stuff like that just makes me feel so special. You should have someone who treats you special, who literally makes you feel like you're on the top of the world. Next that I mentioned is God fearing. Now, there are cases where your relationship with God may be stronger than that person, but as long as they want their relationship and they're working towards their relationship, that I think and feel that is good, because they still have this desire to know Christ. And listen, when it comes to marriage and all that stuff, yes, you are to submit to your husband. We're going to talk about that because I do have a video coming about misused scriptures. But you are to submit to your husband. I fully believe that a woman should submit to her husband. And only if that man is a God-fearing man, because you can't submit to somebody who's going to lead you to hell. That's just period, point blank. Now, again, like I said, his relationship could just be building. May not be as strong as yours. That's okay. You can help him through that. You can pray for him. You can lead by example. And if his relationship is stronger than yours, that's even better, because now he can help you. That he's more of that leader role that you need in order to help you. So speaking of leadership, let's go into the providing part of this. When you are with a man who wants to provide for you, because a lot of men, they don't even want to pay for the first date. I don't know if y'all have been seeing that on social media, but men are literally the roles are trying to flip. Women are paying for the first date. Men are like, I don't know what is going on. It's a little ghetto out here, okay? Men don't want to pay for the first date. If that is something you're dealing with, and that is your first red flag, he doesn't even, that's the smallest part of providing. He doesn't even want to provide for you a first date to get to know you. But also, if a man pays for the first date, he shouldn't expect anything, you know what I'm talking about, in return, because that's not what this date is about. This date is to get to know me, okay? Because why would I show you that part of me or give that part of me to you without even knowing you? That's another thing. Stop sleeping with these men. I don't care that we're grown and that we have needs, blah, blah, blah. No. You need Jesus, okay? Stop sleeping with these men. Period. But having someone who genuinely wants to provide for you, and it doesn't even have to be a man who wants to pay all the bills. Now, you get you a man that wants to pay all the bills. I love that for you, homegirl. But listen, we are in a time where it's hard out here. But if you still have a man in the middle of recession and he still wants to provide for you, you're winning. But you have to pay attention to certain signs. So, like I said, if he is not trying to pay for the first date, then that's already a sign that he's not trying to provide for you as a husband anyway. And it's not saying that he should give you husband treatment as a boyfriend, but it's saying he's showing that has a husband mindset. Just like by you not going off with him and you not talking to him crazy, that's showing that you have a wife mindset. You're learning to control your emotions, and he's learning to be that provider. It's the same thing. I'm gonna have another video on how to actually be wife material, because a lot of women, I actually saw a post about this, a lot of women think that because they can cook, they can clean, they keep themselves up, that makes them wife material. No, it's a lot more than that. But we're going to get into that. So again, like I said, when it comes to providing, let him know off bat what type of man you are looking for. If you want someone to provide completely financially for you, let him know. So if he knows that he's not that man, y'all can just cut it right then and there. Y'all don't have to waste each other's time. If you know that you don't want to pay big bills, like me personally, I have no problem paying bills, but I'm not paying the big bills. I'm not paying rent, mortgage, none of that. No. Like, I want to spend my money to save it just in case we are on hard times or to take us on vacation, yada, yada. Big bills, I'm going to leave that to him. And he wants to do that. So, it's out of my hands. Enforcing providing financially is a little bit harder, but you can do that by allowing him to be the man, but also at the same time you're enforcing by stepping back and being the woman, by you not pulling your wallet out. These are how you enforce things as a woman. Like, let's say you are at a lunch or dinner and the waiter comes and brings the check. Y'all looking at each other. You're not going to pull out your wallet and he'll get the hint. Or y'all just going to be sitting there Or you can have a conversation beforehand. Oh, are you paying for this? I'm not saying to count their pockets, but just make sure that if you are going out and you know you want him to pay for it, tell him, like, make sure in a subtle way, are you paying for this? Like, what? Something. I don't want to tell you exactly what to, because it depends. Everyone is different. It depends on how your partner is. It depends on your ways of communication. So, yeah. Or when a check comes, just, slide the check his way. Little subtle things like that. Especially if he's the one who asked you, then yeah, you would expect him to pay. I'm not saying that you can't suggest dates for him to pay for, but especially if he asks you to go somewhere, here you go, honey. Just like that. Also, they should provide for you emotionally. You should feel safe and secure with them. One thing that I really love about Devontae is if something is wrong with me, he's gonna, which I love it, but then it's also like, please don't stress yourself out trying to worry about me. But if I'm going through something, he wants to know and try to do everything in his power to make sure that I feel better. As he should. Like, you don't want people to just let you walk through things alone, because that's the point of a partnership, a relationship. We as human beings, we are built for community. So this whole I don't need friends, I don't need a man, I don't need people mindset is really crazy, because we were made for community. The church is a community. God made Adam and he made Eve because he said it's not good for man to be alone, because we are built to be community. That's why marriage is such a strong union, because God created that. God created us for community. So we need to help each other emotionally. So if he is not someone who is going to, I don't want to say take on your problems with you, but he should feel obligated to help you when you're going through stuff, whether that's talking you through it, that's you just crying on him, that's him trying to do whatever, take you out or whatever to make you feel better. That's the things that he should be doing. Okay, and if you don't have someone that's like that, then you need to move on. Also, there are, certain things that could stop. Like, if that person is not good at communicating, if that person is not someone who knows how to express certain things, which most men don't, that is okay. You can work through that, because a lot of men think with logic a lot of times. This is something me and Devontae used to go through, where I would tell him something and he would use his logic against my emotion, and don't work like that. Your logic means nothing to me while I'm in my emotions right now. So he's had to learn that men and women are different, and he can't always come with logic. Sometimes if I just want to cry, just hug me. And that's what he does. That's literally all I need. You need someone who wants to cater to you and how you feel. And when it comes to providing emotionally, those are literally just conversations. Tell him, these are the things that I want. And these are the things that if I'm upset, this is what I need you to do to make me feel better. And the more things happen, they will slowly start, not slowly, some people pick up faster than others, but they will start to recognize, okay, wait a minute. She said when she cries, if it's not like an argument or something, she said when she cries, give her a hug and she will feel better. That's literally how I am. If I'm crying about something that's not an argument between me and Devontae, just hug me. I don't need you to try to figure out the problem and the solution, because I don't know yet. I'm processing. So just hug me so I can feel better. I need to just feel your warmth, feel that nurture and that care from you. So make sure you have these conversations. A lot of these, when it comes to setting expectations, one, knowing what your expectations are, knowing that you are a woman and you should be treated like that. Two, not ignoring the red flags. If they're showing you the first couple weeks that this is not what it is, that's not what you actually want, then leave. Don't invest your emotions, your heart, your time into somebody that you already can see you are not working with. Okay? Also, enforce them. But that is really all I have for this video. I feel like it was all over the place, and I hope that you understood where I was coming from. But like I said, know what and how you want to be treated in a relationship. Set those standards and enforce them. Okay? Thank you all so much if you made it all the way to the end of this video, and I will see you in my next one.